Hello, welcome to Math 118. I'm your instructor, Ben Jones. Looking forward to helping you be successful in this course. This is an online section, so every week I'm going to put a video or two or three out, in addition to the videos that are already available, just sort of to help you with the material. So today we're just going to welcome you to the course. So this video is just going through how to get to the course. So I'm in Brightspace. This is my version of Brightspace, and this is Math 118 75A, which is your class. So I'm not going to do very much in Brightspace. In fact, in Brightspace, I have the syllabus and the calendar for the course, and I put up an announcement yesterday. I'm recording this on Sunday, so let's put up this announcement on Saturday. So, it's welcoming you to the course, and the main thing is here, everything in the course is on Lumen OHM. So, how do we get to Lumen OHM? You click on ohm.lumenlearning.com, and you get to a site that looks like this. You probably don't have it filled in for you, but if you have used Lumen before, or even if you haven't, the first thing you're going to do is enroll in a new course, because this is going to be a new course. So I'm going to take that course ID and enroll in a new course. The enrollment key is Jones 2026, because I'm not overly creative. That is that. And sorry, I have to move a Zoom button. And then I would click on enroll, and it tells you I'm the teacher. And you would click on enroll. If you have been in Lumen before, you're now enrolled in the course. If you haven't been in Lumen before, it'll ask you to enter in, name, email, things like that. You can use whatever email you want, whatever password you want. It does not have to be your DCC email and password. It can be whatever you want. But I'm not going to go through that because I'm already enrolled. So what does Lumen look like? Well, let's see, we're this one, and we're going to look at this as a student. And right now there's a little bit of a welcome message. This video will also be up there, but I can't put it up there before I do that. So the entire course, there's 5 chapters in the course. You can see them here, chapter 1 through chapter 5. There's also course information, so let's start there. Syllabus and calendar. Read through the syllabus. There is a syllabus quiz that, as you can see, is due on Sunday, not today the 23rd, but Sunday the 30th at 11:59 p.m. And in fact, all the assignments except for tests will be due on Sundays at 11:59 p.m. So you have a syllabus and calendar. Read through those. Please let me know any questions you may have. Some general help tips for Lumen, how to get help and ask questions, all very useful things. There's applet links. These links are for computer applets, which will do some of the actual statistics calculations for us. You'll be instructed to use them when we get there. Right now, don't worry about them. But chapter 1. So chapter 1, each chapter is broken into sections. There are 3 types of there's 3 types of assignments in Lumen. Each of them are worth 10% of your overall grade. There are, so let's just look at section 1.1. There are computer homeworks, which each section has a computer homework. For these questions, you get as many attempts as you want, and so let's just start this. And let's see, let me just pick an answer randomly. And it tells me I get a question right. Okay, next question. If I just pick something randomly here and submit that, it'll tell you I got it wrong. If I got it wrong, I can then retry it and get it right. I believe you have, yeah, it looks like you have 100 tries total on something, and you can get 100 different versions of the question. So you can try something over and over and over until you get it right, which is great. Each section has a computer homework. for this first week, section 1.1 is due, and I'll have a video out explaining that section here in a bit. And you save your progress. Notice that it says I am partially done. I currently have an 8.7% because I think I did question 1 or something like that. And there's a quiz. Quizzes, you get 1 attempt and they have a certain time limit. This one has 5 minutes. These are basically shorter versions of the computer homework. They have very similar questions. In fact, they might even be the same questions in some cases. But they are under a time constraint and you don't get immediate feedback on whether you got a question right or wrong. So for example, if I just start this, yes, it will. So again, you get 1 attempt at this. If you go away, the timer keeps running. So in this case, I would have 5 minutes. It says I have 5 questions. And as you can see, the timer is counting down. So first question, something happens and I do that. I'm just picking answers randomly. This is not a good, it's not a good idea to pick answers randomly, but here you go. So don't, I do not recommend doing this, of course. Let's say I just felt like that was good. I've answered 4 of the 5 questions. Well, let's answer question 5. And great, it will let me submit and end. Okay, once you submit it, it'll tell you can see your score after the due date in the gradebook. Speaking of which, the gradebook is here. No one is currently in the course, so this is going to be very boring. It won't let me look at it as when I'm in as a student because I'm not a student of the course. But when you click on gradebook, you'll see a list of assignments and your grades on them. You also have a calendar. This calendar will show you what's due on each of these Sundays. I have it set up so I can see the entire semester. Various things are due various weeks. I have a student, and you can see there's most weeks there are multiple assignments due. All right, so as I said, the computer homework is worth 10% of your grade. The quizzes are worth 10% of your grade. The written homework is also worth 10% of your grade. These usually come up 2 weeks before the assignments are due. So I think the first one is due 2 Sundays in. So I think on Monday, the first day of the course, the first one becomes available. But right now you can't see them. If I click on instructor, I can see the first one. Yep, these are also worth 10% of your grade. There are 8 of them, as opposed to 21 computer homeworks and 22 quizzes, as there's also the syllabus quiz counts as one of those. So each of those are worth 10%. And also in each section there is a textbook. So there's a textbook for the course. You can get a printed version from the bookstore. It's for textbooks, it's very inexpensive, but it's like, I want to say $30-some, maybe 20-some, maybe 40-some. But anyway, apparently AI is here to summarize this for me. Lovely. Anyway, so you get a section of the notes. It has, at the beginning of each section, it'll tell you the general objectives of the section, along with various vocabulary and symbols. There'll be definitions, which is what we're looking at here. As you can see, there are examples where they have a question, they go through that, try it on your own. These I think are meant more for in-class activities, but here we are. Some more examples, general text, exercise to do with other people, more examples, and then there are practice exercises. These exercises are not due at all. In fact, some of the solutions are literally right below that. Then one of the other instructors made a whole bunch of videos over material from the section, which I am not going to try to duplicate. I will give you, for each section, a short introduction video. Basically, here's the main ideas. Watch these videos and read through the material for more information. But yes, you're expected to use the textbook and the videos here as your main information source for this course. All right. Let me know any questions you have, and I'll reach out anytime you have any. All right. Thanks. Bye.